Money doesn't disappear, it moves, and when it does, it leaves a story. In the world of global oil politics, Deziani Alison-Madueke was a star, a Cambridge-educated architect, the first female executive director at Shell Nigeria, the first woman to serve as OPEC president, and for a time, one of the most powerful women on the continent. But power can conceal much more than it reveals. Behind her meteoric rise lay one of the largest corruption scandals in African history, a web of oil deals, shell companies, and offshore accounts that siphoned billions from Nigeria's economy. This is Follow the Funds, and today we trace the billion-dollar money trail of Deziani Alison-Madueke and how the oil queen was finally caught. Deziani's path to power began in the private sector, at Shell Petroleum. Her intelligence and ambition were undeniable, and by the early 2000s, she was among the few women occupying the oil boardrooms of Nigeria. By 2007, she entered government, first as Minister of Transport, then of Mines and Steel, and finally, the crown jewel, Minister of Petroleum Resources in 2010. With that portfolio came immense power. In Nigeria, the petroleum minister controls licensing rounds, crude allocations, swap deals, and relationships with multinationals. It's a ministry with access to billions, often with minimal oversight. And Deziani used that position to tighten her grip on the system. In 2013, a bombshell landed. Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, then governor of Nigeria's central bank, wrote a letter to President Goodluck Jonathan. In it, he alleged that $49 billion was missing from NNPC accounts. After reconciliation, that number came down to $20 billion, still massive. Sanusi went public. I have a duty to report that $20 billion in oil revenue has not been remitted to the Federation account. He was swiftly removed from office, but the questions he raised couldn't be silenced. 2015, the political tides had turned. A new president, Muhammadu Buhari, a former military leader and self-declared corruption fighter, won the election. One of his first moves, reopen the Deziani investigations. But Deziani was gone. She had flown to London, reportedly for medical treatment. She claimed to be battling cancer, but investigators believed she was running from justice. Over the next few years, investigators peeled back the layers of financial concealment. They uncovered shell companies, luxury property deals, and wire transfers between Nigerian oil marketers and U.S. real estate brokers. In 2017, the U.S. filed a civil forfeiture case. Between 2015 and 2022, Nigeria issued multiple arrest warrants, but the UK never extradited her, citing ongoing investigations. She remained in London, elusive, protected, and silent. That silence shattered in August 2023. The UK Crown Prosecution Service formally charged her with multiple counts of bribery. The Deziani saga did more than expose one woman's greed. It exposed the fragile scaffolding of Nigerian governance, from bankers who enabled money laundering to politicians who turned a blind eye. But out of the wreckage came some reform. Still, the deeper rot remains. The story of Deziani Alison-Madueke isn't just about oil, it's about power and the people who profit when no one's watching. But someone was watching, and when the money moved, it left clues, if you know where to look. Because corruption doesn't hide in the dark. It hides in plain sight. The money always leaves a trail, if you know where to look. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.